Sons of Sanguinius from the moons of Baal. His blood within us, Father to us all. We fought the traitor at Terra's assault, and our Creator in sacrifice would fall. And when the angel died, we felt this rage inside. Black rage, red thirst, we hear the call. Angels, they're above the galaxy. Lord, angels, Father's friend divinity. Lord, angels, visions of insanity. Oh, nights sanguine, come and drink with me. Sons of Sanguinius, hide away your teeth. It's like a sickness, a sword that must be sheathed. Men of the chapter, trust unto your priest. Forever after, tend this disease. Still in the dead of night, we feel this rage inside. Black rage, red thirst, we hear the call. Lord, angels, they're above the galaxy. Lord, angels, Father's friend divinity. Lord, angels, visions of insanity. Oh, nights sanguine, come and drink with me.
Hello everyone. Let me go ahead and get that in chat for ya. There you go. That was Blood Angels by Jonathan Young, based on Warhammer 40k. Now let me close that and bring up the actual game. Yeah, Hoyo, I know. Start Genshin. And as usual, this will just be an extra minute or so while it just loads up. Admittedly, my computer was being very slow last night when I tried this the first time, so, hopefully this all goes well. It looks like it's loading just fine so far. Now's where everything gets so quiet that YouTube yells at me. You gonna do it, YouTube Studio? Nah, now we're good so far, as long as I keep talking? Okay, cool. Oh, right. You... Audio readjusted so that that's not an issue. Come on, Genshin. You can do it. Oh, that's going kind of slow. Oh. Okay. I'm suspecting this is going to be kind of framey at the beginning here. Oh, we'll see what happens. You know, this is the part where it's normally safe to bring in anyway, so sure. While all of this loads up for what looks like it's going to take a minute or two, oh god, that is not a good sign. Yeah. You might notice how I'm not on screen at the moment. Don't worry, that's not like a technical error or anything. I just decided to not put my camera on this time. I slept very poorly last night. I genuinely was passing out like 10 or 15 minutes ago, probably. I was actually going to tweet out that I'm going to cancel the stream, sorry for being so last minute. And then it took so much effort to find my phone that woke me up enough to get me out of bed. So yeah, I could not bring myself to get dressed, so I'm not turning on my camera, so this is going to be a nice, low-key stream here. I got my heated throw, I got my bathrobe, I got my 20 ounces of English breakfast tea, and dear God, I'm waiting for it to cool down enough that I can chug that caffeine. And we will just play this by ear for how long the stream actually goes for. I'm gonna go with like an hour as a minimum. Not sure I'll make it to 2 hours, though. At the very least, I may very well not take a break this time, just because getting up and walking around for 5 minutes sounds like the kind of thing where I'm going to just end up being more tired than I will be, decompressed. Yep, those are some low poly textures. Hey, Welkin. Cool, what's my... my resin's totally fine at the moment. Okay. Back over to you. Wherever the hell all this is going to again. Sure, I guess this. I legitimately don't remember what happened last time, by the way. The last clear memory that I have at the moment is the Pyro Archon conceptually punching the Night Kingdom or whatever the fuck. And I'm pretty sure that that was not last stream, but the one before it. So, what's the actual plot thing gonna tell me? You can do a Genshin. You. Yes, focused, navigate. Oh yeah, also. Not you. You. I think this might just be a combat event. This literally has a day and a half left on it, and I don't feel like we're about to finish the Archon quest. So this is probably going to be an off-camera thing, because I think this is the keynote event of this update, since it has, you know, Primos, a crown, and a welfare character. So, sorry, this is probably going to be off-camera. Anyway. Back to whatever we were doing. Bid farewell to the sisters. Okay. But this is unlikely to be the ending of the story, because I feel like we weren't near the end yet.
What's next for you two?
I'm taking Koichi home, with our parents there to keep an eye on her. I can make sure she actually rests.
Okay, yeah, Koichi cleansed us of the abyssal energy from the Night Kingdom after we fought to get Kachina back. Or whatever we were there for the last time. Yeah, that was Kachina, I think. I'm definitely missing some stuff in the last couple of hours of gameplay.
Hey, it's not like I'm some kind of prisoner. I'll be fine in a day or two. There's no need to go all the way home.
That's what you always say. Everything's no big deal until you collapse. What if the Abyss attacks again? You're saying if I let you rest in a hotel, you're not gonna rush out the minute you hear the alarm?
Oh yeah, the Abyss is attacking everywhere because the Pyro Archon sacrificed her power to help us out. Something to that effect.
I won't. Triple promise I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. On the off chance something like that were to happen, I might. But I'm a doctor. I have a duty to help people in need, no matter how hard or tiring the work gets.
We need you, so you need to look after yourself too. Why do they split these into two? Just have them be one bubble.
I guess you're right. But I don't have to like it.
This reminds Paimon of when we first met. Except you were the one trying to stop Chaska from doing something dangerous.
I'd do the same for anyone trying to put their life in danger. As a doctor, I don't want people to get hurt because of a rash decision.
Then try to see things from my perspective. You clearly want to protect your patients. So can't you understand why your own sister would feel the same way about you?
I feel as though doctor culture in Natlan would not develop this way. Like, because Natlan is such a warrior-focused country, I feel like doctors would develop more as a, hey, I'm gonna keep you alive, go out and get 'em, buddy, kind of relationship, rather than a stay out of danger kind of thing.
The two of you are the same, you know?
I disagree. I understand the risks and costs of my decisions.
Who wants to be like her? Overconfident, always making excuses when things go wrong.
That's just not true.
You think I don't have proof?
Okay, don't get into another fight. Just pretend Paimon never said anything.
Don't worry, Paimon. You didn't do anything wrong. Arguing is just how we communicate. Neither of us really takes it to heart.
Plus, I guess we are similar in some ways. Maybe I rush into things without thinking, but I learned that from her. We're family. I can't help it if my older sister is a bad influence.
Okay, you don't have to put it that way.
So, you're all good now?
This is probably normal for them.
Neither of us are really the type to back down, so we'll always have our differences. But still, we get along in our own way.
Plus, I know you'll wake up one day and realize I was right all along. I just need to wait.
Be my guest. Come on, let's get you home. See you later, Traveler and Paimon. I'll be back once everything's settled at home.
There's no rush. At least grab a nice meal with your family.
See you later.
Bye, you two. Take care.
Oh, sorry, clicked that a little bit too quick.
Those two will probably make up for real at some point, right? Well, we've learned a lot. Let's go over everything that we know so far.
You and Paimon try to analyze the captain's goal. You feel like you're... I literally did not read the rest of that. Huh? Footsteps? Is it Lolly?
Ahem. Sorry for popping up out of nowhere. Again.
Why do you look so awkward? Oh, is there something you need from us?
Okay, I won't beat around the bush. Oh, and I'm sorry for interrupting your rest. I'll treat you to some charcoal grilled steak to make up for it.
Awesome! Just give us your orders!
Hey, friends don't order each other around. I'm just here to share some news. Remember what we talked about before parting ways?
Is her audio mixed a little higher? I think that it might have been that, Chaska Elven lady was maybe mixed a little bit lower, because I thought that, Koichi was also mixed a little higher than her.
Oh yeah, you mentioned how Auroron has always wanted to save Natlan.
Oh yeah!
And something about his soul being fragmented.
Last time was basically the Auroron show.
Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Auroron is probably back with the captain. What do you think?
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now, I confirmed it myself. Auroron came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our camp.
What? He came back?
Did he say anything?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so there's no way he can back out now. Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. When he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to Natlan as a whole.
I'm unsurprised you let him go at all.
I had to prioritize my tribe. Besides, the situation was intense. I couldn't focus on outside and inside threats at the same time. Plus, he was on guard. He knew I would try to go after him, so he made sure to keep his distance. I kept an eye out for a good opportunity, but it never came. All these years of calling me Granny, and I couldn't do a single thing for him in the end.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right? That couldn't have been easy.
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around the tribe, dropping by random houses right and left. He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of Natlan. It's only natural for a child to want to do something for their family. Besides, Auroron is my apprentice. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve, but I guarantee I know every single one.
Didn't he surprise you last stream by being able to sneak away due to using illusions?
Wait, what are you saying?
Look,
Yeah?
remember how I said Auroron's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I created to keep it stable. And this gem is what makes the talisman work.
Wait, what was the talisman then? I thought the gem was what you were mentioning.
It just so happens that Auroron is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring it to him. You guys know Aoife, right? No? Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing me all sorts of things, and he happens to be very good friends with Auroron. Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Auroron would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He knows how important it is, so I knew he would make the switch.
So you put a tracker on it?
He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memories were copied onto the old gem, which he no longer needed.
Better trick might have been to actually have it be both the gem and the bag. That way, aha, it's as I suspected, let me break this little thing, and then not noticing the bag. Or something to that effect. My brain isn't quite catching up with a deeper plan.
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
Most people can't, but I can. That trick he used to bring you to the Night Kingdom isn't anything special, by the way. My technique is much more subtle.
So in other words, we have a whole backup of Auroron's memories in this gem.
Didn't Silale say it was a portion of his memories?
The kid thinks he can take me on? Like I wasn't the one who taught him everything he knows?
That's amazing, Seat Lolly. Let's take a look right away.
Once we get to the bottom of this, we can finally track him down.
Time for the most invasive invasion of privacy physically possible.
I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get mad at me for this?
Yes.
You can be honest.
Realistically, no, but you probably should.
Huh, that's a tough question. Paimon doesn't have a grandma, so she's not the best person to ask.
What the fuck is your family lineage? It's possible, families disagree sometimes, but as his family, you have to do this. If you say so, game.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop the ceremony all those years ago, and now I'm useless again. But if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. Every night I'll wake up in a fit of anger.
That's actually understandable. Good, pathos there. And then start crying, and then start freaking out. You, speaking from experience there, Lamine?
I don't scare that easy. Still, if I back away from this, and something happens to Auroron, I would never forgive myself. I need to look at his memory. Even if he resents me, refuses to see me, or runs away for good, I don't care, and I won't blame him. A family does whatever it takes to protect their own.
You sure you'll be okay? We can come with you if you want.
Did you just say you'll come with me?
Is that okay? We have a pretty good reason to see it too, don't we? Because, right, we need leads on the Fatui.
Don't think you really had to fabricate a reason there. Ivan's right, we should be there.
You really mean it? Fine, you can come. Just promise me you'll see this through. No backing out. Got it?
Don't worry, we're professional adventurers.
Then I place my trust in your professionalism. All right, time to sneak into someone else's memory and engage in some, unwanted spying.
You caught on to it. Good job.
You heard it here first. I wouldn't be doing this if I had any other choice. Are you ready?
Probably. I'm ready. Oh, hey, different thing. Oh yeah, him and his vegetables.
Look how good you're doing. You'll grow into nice big radishes in the future.
What the fuck do you consider that if not a nice big radish?
And you? Aoife says you're taking up too much space, but I think you're a good tree. What do you think?
Hey! How's it going, Auroron?
Oh, just talking to the plants, you know, the usual.
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
You know, ever since we moved to Reverb Mountain, it's been a little bit weird, but I think we're adjusting.
Can't complain. What you up to? Naming your vegetables again?
No, just some idle conversation.
I don't name the ones that I kill so readily. Usually.
Sounds fascinating. What did they say?
They told me you were coming and that you would take some produce with you.
Only if you're offering. By the way, I ran into Aoife yesterday. He told me Chaska's fostering a saurian at his place. Said the thing trampled over a part of your radish garden. I hope you two didn't get into a huge fight.
No, don't worry. I'll find a way for him to make it up to me. I've already wrapped your share of the produce. Here you go.
That is not wrapped, but okay.
You really knew I was coming. That's pretty amazing.
Light up the smoke and you can see the path through the shadows. That's what everyone says.
Light up the smoke, and you can see the path through the shadows. Am I dumb, asleep, or does that make no sense?
Hey, have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of nowhere?
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. It seems like they're looking for someone, but I wouldn't go around asking too many questions. If you run into them, be careful.
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
Why the fuck are you here alone?
I enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, the one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, he could tell I was lying and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that?
I mean, it's an entire nation. Someone's gonna be willing to talk to him.
Hey! At least tell me why you're looking for Citlali.
No. Now he's drawn you into the conversation because you're questioning him.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
Why are the Fatui looking for her? What does she have to do with them?
Step 1. Go to the village chief and mention that this happened. Step 2. Go to Silali, probably with a couple of friends / guards, to make sure she's alright. The Fatui might follow you, so that could be an issue. But it's better than having a one-on-one with this guy.
I can't just let them go like this. I have to figure out what they're planning. They've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule out some sort of invasion.
I'm not sure you can. Like, there's different kinds of invasions. This could just be one that's a little on the more subtle, slow-acting side.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The Pyro Archon did not fulfill her promise.
You assume.
My lord!
There's something blue in the middle distance.
Ignore him. He is no threat.
He knows I'm following him, but he doesn't seem to care. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something unusual about him and also familiar in some way. I can't describe it.
Oh god, is he gonna turn out to be your dad or something? You okay, dude?
What is it?
My lord, I feel dizzy.
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind. How did he know that? Is he sending those escaped souls back into the ley lines?
I'm just assuming this guy is part of the Masters of the Nightwind, like he's just from Natlan.
How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult. This could be related to why he's searching for Granny.
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment. If you notice any irregularities, assume drill formation and be prepared to fight. However, there's no reason to over-engage. Information is our first priority.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? Do they really mean us no harm?
I mean, that sounds more like Fatui could be preparing against the Abyss, but sure, why not?
I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care? It seems like his subordinates referred to him as the captain. Never heard of him before. And now he's headed to the stadium. That's unusual. Oh, what is he gonna do?
There are several things you could be doing right now aside from standing and observing Autonon. I think going to anyone higher up and mentioning that the captain is in charge of the Fatui here could be a useful bit of intel.
You two, with me. Everyone else, wait here as instructed. Send word to the other teams to retreat immediately if this fails.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
I want to have fight with you!
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you truly wish to do this?
The time for idle observation is over. It now falls on me to act. This nation is out of time.
Yes, sir.
He just walked straight into the stadium. What is he gonna do? They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top? Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines, it's faint, like a soul's trying to escape. Where is it coming from? Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
I think you could let that happen, actually.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
What?
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come out and bite.
And yet, one of those very beasts saved your life.
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. I don't know what the Pyro Archon is planning. Can she really save us? The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So, I felt like I had to help you.
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make. I'm not sure you realize that.
There's no turning back for me now. What I did back there is going to get me in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced that you needed to do that. Like, this guy dying off, all clues would be lost with him. One, not really. He has a ton of subordinates, and you could probably round one or two of them up. Two, and he's in charge. What? Okay, you're losing the clues on what they were planning to do, but you're also breaking the plan in general. I'm not sure that you've actually lost anything there.
You attacked the Pyro Archon in broad daylight, and I used my spell to save you. A single glance was likely all it took for her to recognize my tribe. So, we're in the same boat.
Seem to care little for my thoughts on the matter.
I'm sorry, I'm just noticing how his hood is designed for the first time. Like, I saw that it was kind of weird before, but it's just... That's just non-functional right there. Whatever.
It's too late for that. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know her?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change Natlan for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met. But maybe, just maybe, you can show me the way.
Strange? Citlali is said to be the legendary Granny Eastly, someone capable of communicating with the Wyub, and the Wyub are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need to know.
Sure sounds like it'd be useful for him to know, though.
Don't forget, I saved your life.
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
I mean, your entire thing is, like, debt and repayment, so seems kind of counterintuitive.
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul, a sense of justice.
Damn.
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join my plan.
Hold on, I now think you're much more of a dumbass than I did like an hour ago.
I see. Interesting approach.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
Oh, we back? We back. Brah.
Woo!
Traveler, Paimon. Are you two alright?
Paimon's fine, just, a little dizzy.
I'm fine. You okay, Lolly?
Of course. I'm so mad at him. After everything, he still can't let go of the past.
I can kind of understand how he feels, if you say so.
For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Stubborn, self-righteous fool. Where's that gonna get him? Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do? He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family. Like grandmother, like grandson, as they say.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Huh, that kid's got nothing on me. Anyway, back to what we just saw. I don't even know what to make of it.
Your grandson's a dumbass.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to reconstruct the ley lines?
No? That sounded like it was either Ororon's idea or that it was the Pyro Archon's idea. Because I'll be honest, at the moment I forget what the Pyro Archon's idea actually was, because she had her original plan and then her emergency backup plan. I thought the backup plan was the net because that would burn everyone's memories and culture. But I kind of forget what the primary plan was, because wasn't that to redo the ley lines or something? So, no, that's not the captain's plan at all.
What does it even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe? But how does that help with the abyss?
I mean, if Natlan has access to much stronger and deeply rooted ley lines, like they said a couple of streams ago, then that's a lot more power for them. And also, with the amount of memory stuff going on in Natlan, having access to better ley lines could actually be quite the boon because of ley line time travel fuckery.
The loom of fate?
Oh, it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, it's a device from Conrio that has unbelievable power.
You can just say the unbelievable power is the ability to rewrite ley lines. Believe me, that's enough of an explanation. You don't need to go into the other stuff that we saw.
Anyway, if he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, everyone in Natlan will be affected. Oh, this is big.
He's serious. It lines up with everything he said before. He tried to seize the Gnosis for the same purpose. We assume.
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Auroron's memory proves that.
So, I'm going to assume you just know what a Gnosis is. Sure. And yeah, of course he's been honest from the beginning. They're doing a very, like, noble villain kind of thing with him.
Why is he so obsessed with saving Natlan? Oh, we've got to tell Moeka about this right away.
Probably because it's his homeland.
Yes. She needs to know about this. Now.
Okay, let's go. Oh man, you know it's serious when they just take you there. Oh, Act 3 complete, and I think Act 3 and 4 was all of this update. Good, good, good. So we have one more story arc to get through before we... or story act, I suppose, to get through before we finish up with version 5 point whatever the fuck. Hold on. I know it says it's somewhere. Maybe not. Nah, I spent all those down. If we're getting through all the Archon quests, I might do like a ceremonial little 10 or 20 poll. I could totally just teleport this, couldn't I? Meh. Golden Sparks, there you go. There's that. Yeah, this door has a teleport point, I'm pretty sure. Whoops. Zip.
Malika!
Traveler, Paimon Sitlali. Perfect timing. I've located the captain.
Why did we all teleport there? Like, she was looking over her shoulder, and then in a cut, she was turned around with all of us in front of her.
Really? That's great! We also just took a peek at Auroron's memories and discovered something huge!
You did what now?
Oh, all with his granny's permission, of course. Or no, actually it was...
Calm down, Paimon. I'll take it from here.
So the captain was searching for the source mechanism to reconstruct the ley lines. If his plan is already in motion, that means he knows exactly how to accomplish his goal. We have to stop him.
Is reconstructing the ley lines a bad thing?
Also, did we mention the fact that the Luma Fate is already completed?
Yes. It's not a simple fix. It would mean sacrificing nearly everything contained within the current ley lines. Very similar to the price of using a Gnosis.
How so?
If he activates the mechanism, it's all over. We need to mobilize our forces as soon as possible.
But what forces do we have?
Paimon, this is the nation of warriors. What the fuck are you talking about?
Kanich, Shilonen, you two, and myself. All other warriors are working to push back the Abyss on the front lines.
Okay, why are those two not doing that? And how can we spare them?
But that's barely any people! Not to mention you lost your power, and they've got the captain on their side! Oh, maybe we really should get Sitlali to break Auroron's legs.
I mean, that would be helpful.
That won't help us with the captain, I'm afraid. In any case, the Masters of the Nightwind are in urgent need of manpower. Sitlali, I was hoping you could head back and help defend the tribe.
All right. I understand where I'm needed. I'll head out right away.
Don't worry about your grandson. We'll figure something out for sure.
I'll leave him to you all then.
All right. Back to the matter at hand. I don't believe defeating the captain needs to be our ultimate goal. Let me grab Shilonen and Kanich, then I'll tell you my idea.
I did.
As you all know, Auroron is working with the captain and we need to stop their plan. The captain is a formidable opponent, but that shouldn't deter us. In any case, a head-on confrontation isn't the best way to solve the issue.
Despite the fact that the captain is definitely about to become a weekly boss.
Their plan hinges entirely on a single element, the source mechanism. If we leverage our forces, we can destroy it, and then success is ours.
Yeah, can you remind me what your plan is again? Like, I remember assembling the 6 warriors, and that does something.
We'll head out together. In the event that a confrontation becomes inevitable, I'll stall the captain while you advance.
Are you gonna talk him down or something? You probably got fight left in ya, but definitely not at his level. I suppose if he is still injured, then that might bring him down to your level, but then he's going to know how weakened you are. No, you're a leader, and you've lost your power. You shouldn't be the one to face the captain.
I agree with Kanich. The two of us can handle it.
Listen to my plan first. Kanich, I want you and Ahau to launch an assault from the front and break through the Fatui defenses. The captain won't be on the front lines. As a seasoned warrior, he'll be stationed in close proximity to the device to ensure its protection.
Probably right in front of it, because otherwise it would be a really anticlimactic fight to get through him, then a couple of grunts or mechanics or whatever, then the device. So, you want us to lure him up to the front?
No. The purpose of the frontal assault is to gather the Fatui forces in one place. That way, it's easier for the rest of us to avoid them. Shilonen, I need you to do what your tribe does best, and dig a tunnel from the outskirts of the ruin. Once we get close to the device, we just need to destroy it.
Shilonen never got around to making us our own ancient name, did she? Oh, it's probably going to be an end of the story thing, because that unlocks Pyro Traveler or something like that. So, Shilonen is launching the main assault.
Exactly. The Traveler and I will join her as well. No one can create a distraction better than you, Kanich, not even myself. By combining our strengths, we just might manage to break through the captain's defenses.
Seriously, Ahau is so fucking annoying. How did you make that thing? Leave it to me.
Understood. Then we should head out now. Just promise us you won't do anything reckless. You cannot face the captain straight on unless you have no other choice. You mean everything to us. Losing you would be the worst possible outcome.
I'll also try to get my best not let things get to that point.
Thank you, everyone. You have my word. I'll proceed with caution.
Chapter 5, Act 4, The Rainbow Destined to Burn. Okay, that's actually kind of a cool name, I'll give you that. And it is a kilometer away, so we are teleporting our asses over there. There is not a great teleport over there. Fine, we'll do this one. Oh, we took out 600-ish meters. That ain't nothing. Oh, you sure are something. Oh, shut up. I'm not fighting you right now. Yeah, we got this. Ah, it's always a great sign when you get to the point where you're swaying in your seat. Yeah, this stream might not make it to 2 hours. Let's see what happens. I don't think we're dead.
Alright, this is the place. Their tunnel must be behind that gathering of Fatui guards.
Really? Where might it be?
Any of the nearby mountains could be a good infiltration point, but if we want to stay under the radar, we should approach from the side.
As agreed, Ahau and I will handle things at the front.
There are only a few Fatui stationed around the perimeter. We should take care of them first so they can't alert anyone.
Aha! Justification for me to fight something. Yay. No. Ellipses.
Hey, don't get too close. Kanich is handling things over there.
Okay. Where am I going? This way. Apparently. That seems mildly dangerous. I think those things are enemies by default. Okay, not there. Oh, nope, not quite. Nope, gotta climb it. Okay. There are some really steep cliff faces where you can technically walk, and I can just Ika-dash them. It's kind of stupid, but it looks kind of cool too.
Yep.
What am I doing? There is no stealth in this game. Oh, it is. Defeat the Fatui Patrol? Okay.
You'll get frostbite.
Rust and Reven.
What was that you said?
Alright, that's done. Let's head to the foot of the mountain.
Captured photos? What the fuck?
What do you think, Shilonen? Is this a good spot?
Yep, there's dirt and rocks. We're good.
Yeah, looks good. We'll take it from here.
Keeping as quiet as possible, tribespeople from the Children of Echoes make quick work of digging a tunnel.
I can see the inside.
You went 5 feet!
Perfect. We'll keep going. The rest of you should head back. Things are about to get dangerous.
Also, how do you do that quietly?
All right. Please, take care.
Okay, remnants of the secret source. Party level 90 recommended. Cool.
The Fatui wouldn't concentrate all their forces in one place. There's sure to be guards on the inside, so stay sharp.
Oh, nice job smashing those rocks, Malika. You look super cool.
Ah, that was some expert level rock clearing. Even by my tribe standards.
I guess Muika did something.
That must be the Fatui tunnel over there. We should steer clear and approach from the side.
There's much more in this tunnel than I thought there would be. So they want us to avoid that and go here instead. Actually didn't mean to do that. Like, what danger is there to doing this? This just feels like it doubles back or something.
You'll get
So,
frostbite.
Take flight.
there we go. So, is this just not a thing yet? Yeah, that's probably what opens at the end or something. Nothing over there. Cool. And back up. Okay, yeah, so this is here, so you can do this. That. I don't love the traversal mechanics in that land, but I am getting a better hang of them. And then if you weren't being a dumbass, you could have just gone through here. Okay. Hey, just killed your buddies. Oh, fuck you. Did I kill the other one? Apparently.
Went too far.
There's all of those. Nothing there. So what's up with this?
This spell is from the Masters of the Night Wind. It's Auroron's doing. They're probably trying to buy time.
Well, they bought about 5 seconds. So, no need to do anything? That was just a cutscene to load the next area, I guess?
These wheels are relics from ancient times. We should try to restore them.
These mechanisms probably control that wheel, right? Let's give them a try.
Game, you might want to take control of the camera when you say stuff like that. So if I just do this, what happens? Oh god, what? There. So there's probably gonna be like 4 or 5 of these or something. You hint. Okay, we're trying to make a little dragon sigil. Got it. Okay, which way, which way? I have the little ornamental thing currently going to the top. Not really what I meant to do. Looking for it kind of lines up naturally there.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more
So it actually tells you when it works, which is also not too difficult to actually just literally see. Got it. Well, might as well do this then. I wish this was a tap. I know that would be annoying for actually using it more frequently, but the fact that it's a hold always trips me up. And there. Yeah, it kind of snaps into place because, yeah, close enough. Just to check this little area first. Really? Nothing? Okay. Oh, hey, look, a fight.
Allow me. Take flight.
Oh, first time I fought the non-boss version of this thing. Okay, fuck you. And finish up the dragon. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, that goes up top, right? Whoa! So we're just gonna not question that this is like a Fatui tunnel? How the hell is all this other stuff here? Did they dig into an ancient Natlan ruin or something? Because that seems to happen pretty fucking often in this world. Stop the captain and Auroron. You a thing? You are not a thing. Sup?
This must be it.
There they are.
Oh, the captain's here too. Perfect. Looks like they focused their defenses over there.
Oh, they're here.
Huh. I thought the Pyro Archon would choose a frontal assault.
It doesn't matter. They're too late anyway.
Stop!
It's too late.
We need to turn it off!
There's still time!
I won't let you do this!
The sound of... lament?
What was that sound? It was like a piercing cry.
Now's our chance to turn off the device.
So close. We need to approach from the side and lure the captain away.
Oh, Auroran? How did he just... His movements have gotten a lot faster. Was Auroran always this good in battle?
This ends now!
Huh?
Something's wrong.
The captain helped Shilonen? Why?
You are not Auroran. Who are you?
What?
Commander.
You. So, you still recognize me, Commander? I'm glad. Although, I believe you have some more pressing concerns at the moment.
Now.
You see? You indulge your sense of honor for just a moment, and now you've lost your chance. Even now, you're still the same as ever.
His voice is completely different. Is someone inhabiting Auroron's body?
I mean, that wouldn't change his voice, but sure, that's probably it.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. That must be why I've returned. For this moment. Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
I didn't expect to see you here, but I have to disagree. Abandoning one's comrades is not the way of a warrior.
Why do you care about a doomed man? I know you can see it. He's already close to death. After all, his soul has been incomplete from the start.
Yes, Genshin?
Oh, someone said I'm close to death. Is it because of that noise just now? The piercing cry came from underground when I activated the device. What's down there? Natlan's ley lines must be hiding some kind of secret. Am I dying? Oh, no. It's too soon.
Ah, Auroron, it's you. What'll it be today? Oh, why the long face? Don't tell me you still haven't let that go. I knew it was a bad idea to tell you.
I heard everyone wanted me to be the savior.
Savior? Ha! Sounds nice, doesn't it? But, does such a person truly exist? Even if they do, why would you have to become that person?
Auroron, is that you? Oh, here, have a seat. Let Granny cut you some fruit. We just got a fresh batch. Can I get you anything else? Some grilled meatloaf, maybe? Ask for anything you want. We've got plenty of ingredients.
What about those spiced rub mushrooms you made me last time, Granny Kuimi?
Ah, you liked those, did you? An outlander taught me that recipe, actually. A merchant, to be exact. Never thought about going into business yourself, my boy. You could travel all over.
Our Auroron? A merchant? He's far too honest for that line of work.
Well, at least an honest merchant like him wouldn't prey on old-timers like us.
Everyone said a true savior does not really exist, but then why did my birth open the door to the possibility? Why give people false hope? Maybe I don't need to sacrifice myself, but surely everyone is born for a purpose. So, what's mine?
I mean, I disagree with everyone being born for a purpose. You just kind of make your own through your life.
If I had succeeded back then, would the world have become a better place? What's the meaning of my existence?
Done spacing out, Auroron? Did you finish your homework?
Yes, Granny. It's just... Will learning all this really make me as strong as you?
Of course not. I'm a special case. Other shamans study their whole lives without reaching a fraction of my abilities.
Did her reverb decrease over time?
Because you're a genius, right?
You could say that. Or maybe I've just been alive longer than the rest of them, and picked up a few tricks that they didn't want to touch.
Seriously, what the fuck's your backstory?
It's rude to bring up a woman's age. Never do that again, no matter the circumstances.
I wasn't the one who brought it up.
Anyway, class is canceled tomorrow. Go have fun.
What about my homework then?
Do what you want. What use is it being as strong as me anyway? You've seen how the tribe treats me. They're all afraid. I try to go about my business, and they practically tremble in fear. Not the most fun way to go about living one's life, I'd say. Take it from me. The happiest people are the ones who do their own thing. So do what you want, Auroron. No matter what anyone else has to say.
Go work to bring down our nation and hand it over to the Fatui. This will go well.
Granny didn't say it outright, but I think she was trying to comfort me. Don't force yourself. Don't beat yourself up over the past. That's what she always says. But I never forced myself. I never even got the chance to try before it was all over.
Hey, you zoning out over here again? There's such a thing as overwatering the radishes, you know.
I was just looking at the aphids.
Something interesting about them today?
I noticed some on the ground. Maybe it got too cold yesterday and they couldn't handle it.
Bummer. Guess that means less honey this year.
Aoife, do you think being a vet is fun?
Fun? I'm not sure about that. Do you think planting vegetables is fun?
Fun enough, I guess. I don't have anything else to do.
Exactly. Most people live like that. No special purpose or calling.
Okay, so that
works.
So that little design is probably like the closest we had to an actual Aoife character design at the moment.
Oh, jeez. That troublemaker's at it again. Auroron, my man, come inside and give me a hand, would you?
Why should I? I thought being a vet was no fun.
Well, I guess there is a fun part. Trying to outsmart these rascals. Come on, give me a hand.
Maybe Aoife was just too nice to tell me the truth. That attempting something above your capabilities will kill you. My soul is unstable. I only survived because I had people to help keep me in one piece. A part of me has always been missing. That's why the other spirits said I was close to death, but...
Why struggle? It's a miracle you were even born. Just close your eyes and wait for death.
It was you, the thing that came out of nowhere.
Thing? I'm a warrior, far stronger than a weakling like you.
I'm not weak. There's just a limit to what I can do.
Sorry, kid. You're in an anime game. The biggest lesson is you have no limit.
And that's exactly why your fantasy is so ridiculous. You really think a useless thing like you can save the world?
Useless?
Savior? Ha! Sounds nice, doesn't it? But, does such a person truly exist? Even if they do, why would you have to become that person? Hmm?
Exactly. Most people live like that. No special purpose or calling. That's just how the world works.
Take it from me. The happiest people are the ones who do their own thing. So do what you want, Auroron. No matter what anyone else has to say.
But I don't want things to end here.
Auroron? It's all right. We'll take things from here.
Every time they marched into battle, I had to stay behind.
Don't worry. With the Archon on our side, the Abyss doesn't stand a chance.
Actually, why did he have to stay behind? Like, couldn't he have fought in the pilgrimage and then gone to fight the Abyss?
All the best warriors are fighting on the front lines. I want to do my part too.
Did you always lose the team thing because no one recruited you or something? Do you have an ancient name?
Both of us are bound to disappear. But your end will come sooner than mine, because you've been broken from the start.
Oh, hey, you have Conria eyes.
Once your soul shatters into pieces and dissipates into the wind, I will take temporary control over this body. I will serve my commander until the end.
Okay. So the captain is Conrian. Like, he's kind of like Daneslip. He's managed to fight off the insanity of immortality.
No. No, this isn't right. My life can't end like this. I still haven't done anything important with my life. My end will not come first, and I'm not giving up. I can't die here, no! I won't die here!
Aurora!
That voice.
Control your mind. Feel the ground beneath your feet. This is not your end.
Not quite what she told you to do, but okay, sure, why not?
His eyes are open! He's alive!
Take him into custody! Execute him!
Well done. You managed to do the impossible.
What do you...
Don't try to talk. Focus on holding yourself together.
I can't believe the captain did that.
Maybe he thinks of Auroron as a comrade. He was helping to rein him in all this time.
That's the only reason I had the chance to turn off the device.
I'm fine now.
Damage to the soul is a tricky thing. The pain almost consumed you for a moment, but you managed to hold on to yourself. That's no easy feat.
Damage to the soul? Did, Gunthard or whatever his name was, did he do that? Or did he just use that damage as a way to sneak in? Also, I'm kind of starting to think that they're setting up the captain to actually be a playable character at some point, because he's acting he's acting with enough chivalry that I could see him being kind of like a Sixth Ranger anti-hero kind of thing. Like, he's not exactly on our side, but he is so honorable that he's not really an enemy most of the time either.
The worst appears to be over.
And, like, it would be so easy for him to shrug off that cape and have a much more slimmed-down design that's much easier to animate.
I'm sorry for causing so much trouble.
We can talk about that later.
Our plan. It failed, didn't it?
Which hour?
I'm sorry. We were so close.
I mean, technically you just need to press that button to start it up again. Like, I get your enemies are standing right next to you now, but, like, nothing's stopping what was your plan from succeeding.
You saved my life, and now the debt is repaid.
Auroron, I never thought you actually wanted to sacrifice yourself in that ceremony. But you never gave up. Have you come to a conclusion on what it is that you truly want?
I just want an answer. A reason why I exist and why everyone always did so much for me.
Maybe it's the fact that I need more sleep, but my mind did immediately jump to, you need a reason why you exist. Ah, shit. No one ever taught this kid the birds and the bees, did they? Okay, Auroron, strap in.
No one is born a hero. And no one should be treated like one from birth. I had a chance to do something important back then, but I failed. All I want is to find some more ways to make up for that.
No one is born a hero, and no one should be treated like one from birth. I understand that. I had a chance to do something important back then. That is referring to him being selected as, like, the child savior. His fractured soul helps to fix Natlan or whatever. But I failed. And that is no fault of his. He was not supposed to do something like that. That's not something that you put a child through. All I want is to find some more ways to make up for that. You want to make up for your failure. Your failure in the ceremony where you had no agency. You were just thrown into it as a sacrificial pawn to try to save the country. No, I don't think I follow that one.
The answer you seek now lies before you.
Oh, hey, neat. Let me guess, you're one of the six. Goes to the captain instead.
You are the inheritor of my name. The hero from the masters of the Nightwind, who shall fight for this generation.
So, did he have a name before now, or is he getting his name and awakening it at the same time?
Fascinating. You're not the person that the others thought you were. And yet, you're also not the kind of person that you thought you were. It can take a lifetime to truly discover who we really are. Like you, I never thought I had what it took to be a hero. I was too cunning, too self-absorbed. But in the end, I sacrificed my life for this nation. Now, remember your name. Even if others will see a different meaning, it still symbolizes your nobility and yearning.
My ancient name. BD.
Devotion.
It means devotion.
Thank you.
You will give your all, not for the sake of a heroic death, but to do justice by the answer you found for your life.
What was the point of the Furigana equivalent if they literally followed it up by "it means this"?
For that answer, you will offer all of your strength and be born anew. Through your devotion, you will prove your worth. Having foretold his own death, the omniscient man holds a feast in celebration. Let us raise our cups in honor of his heroism and send him off with this final tribute. For at last, his wish is now fulfilled.
It's nice to see you again, Sunhudge. With your recognition, we now have the 5th hero of this era.
I am happy to see your plan advance one step further. It seems that my cry did not cause irreversible damage.
Thank you, Cave God. I assume it's the Wyab, but, like, there's no Wyab obelisk thing.
What is that voice?
Just as I thought. The Lord of the Night has awakened.
Oh yeah, the Wyab of Wyabs or whatever the fuck. Hi.
The Lord of the Night? As in the one who rules over the Night Kingdom?
She's, not quite what I expected.
I preside over a realm of souls. Due to my limited power, sleep is the only way I can extend my existence.
So what happens when you die?
When you activated the device, I awoke and could not hold back my cry. It is a sound that agitates souls.
The gods in this nation are very friendly.
Most of you are unaffected because your souls are intact. But with a damaged soul, the effect on your friend was heightened, and his soul almost shattered as a result.
Would you like to explain how that works? I don't quite understand how that would have that effect.
And yet, his soul remains in one piece. He managed to overcome this obstacle through sheer strength of will. A truly impressive feat for a human.
So, was that what caused all his strange behavior earlier?
No. An additional soul was affected. It tried to take refuge in the missing part of your friend's soul, but was ultimately expelled. This soul does not hail from that land, or the Night Kingdom. Its origins remain a mystery to me.
Wait, what souls hail from the Night Kingdom? I kind of figured that was more of an afterlife purgatory type thing.
Activating the source mechanism was supposed to reconstruct the ley lines. Why did it awaken you instead?
Because fuck you.
Because I was the one who originally constructed Natlan's ley lines, otherwise known as the Night Kingdom.
Yeah, that tracks.
The ancient battle between the Descender and the dragons destroyed the corner of the world, allowing the Abyss to invade. Natlan's ley lines took the worst of the damage.
Right. That stuff. I think we've heard about that before. I completely forgot that was a thing, though. Yeah, because we're the fourth or something. The third is probably split into the various Nulcies. The Descender is either the first or the second, and the Dragons is referring to the 7 elemental dragons that were like the predecessors of the Archons or something. There's a lot of fucking timeline in this world.
To aid the people of Natlan, the Lord of the Night used the fragments of the old ley lines to reconstruct a similar network. That's how the Night Kingdom was born. The first Pyro Archon, Xbalanque, strengthened that realm and established the rules that aid our fight against the Abyss. The Ode of Resurrection and the Pilgrimage, both of which are practices that survive to this day.
I am mostly curious why you are not called Xbalanque then. Like, you're a reincarnation of the first Pyro Archon, are you not? I guess that Marika was probably your name as a human before you awakened to being the Archon, but like, would you keep your original name or go over to your Archon name at that point? And I guess you stuck with your human name.
Oh, right. You said before it all came from the power of the heavens.
The ancient dragons tried to use this
What the
device
fuck?
to strengthen the ley lines by imbuing them with power.
Yohualtekutin. I cannot say that any faster than that. I guess this god is now named.
Back then, this method was rather ineffective. They lacked the skills to navigate the intricate structure of the ley lines.
Get fucked, Geodragon, I guess.
And now, the structure of the ley lines has also completely changed. I am the only possible vehicle for the power generated by the device.
Who the fuck made this thing? Like, I know that these are the kind of questions that don't get answered in this game, but like, okay, there's a device that remakes the ley lines, but because of how Natlan works, the only way to do that is to go through the Lord of the Night. How? Who invented the technology to interface with a god, I think, in order to do this? What is even the logic that goes into remaking ley lines? Like, if you're gonna have this much magitech going around, then I would like it if there is an internal logic a la the alchemy and alkahestry circles of Fullmetal Alchemist, or the circle magic of Witch Hat Atelier. Like, I really like if there is a hard magic system where there are actual fucking rules and logic. That is where it gets really cool. This is hand-waving away so many layers of complexity.
It was an incredibly crude and painful method, but I managed to absorb some of that power. Now, I can speak to you like this and provide you with aid, such as rebuilding the ley lines once more, at the cost of my own existence.
To reiterate, what happens if you die?
But why would you make that kind of sacrifice?
The people of Natlan worship me and call me their lord. In the ancient past, before we died out, we were also known by a different name. Angels.
Hold up, there was an entire race of you? Okay, where does it fit in the timeline? You're talking about the dragons fighting stuff, or fighting the Descender. So that would have been before the Archons, I believe. Yeah, because it shattered a corner of the world and that let the Abyss in, and then the Archon had to do stuff, blah, 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 blah. So the Angels existed with and or before the dragons, definitely before the Archons. When did they go extinct, though? Or at least effectively extinct?
But adventurers like you are probably more familiar with our devolved
All right.
Sealies.
We had heard about this before, actually, that the Sealies were a civilization in the past. I forget if we heard that they were angels or not. I feel like we did. So, Sealies are angels. Just dropping that. Okay.
No wonder there are Sealies around here. A Sealie also helped us in the Night Kingdom.
That actually does explain that. I'd say good job, but this was very clearly something they did because they knew where the story was going for the next beat.
Few angels remain in Natlan, so the same is true of Sealies. Everyone rallied around me and offered their power to humanity to reconstruct the ley lines.
Reading between the lines, people were getting tired of following the blue assholes around, and so we didn't implement nearly as many of them in Natlan.
Now, I have witnessed your determined pursuit for survival, and I have become your faith. I am very pleased. Moika, inheritor of Shibolonke's will, and leader of Natlan. Despite all the obstacles and misunderstandings, I have awoken, and the efforts of this Harbinger and the young hero have imbued me with power. Say the word, and I will once again work to fulfill my mandate, just as I did thousands of years ago.
So, she's gonna say no on account of not wanting to sacrifice a life?
You need only nod your head. For the sake of your people and your nation, for the sake of overcoming the invasion from the Abyss, give me your orders.
I will not. After reconstructing new ley lines, you will cease to exist. The rules of Natlan are founded in the Night Kingdom. If you disappear, so do they.
Well, it's a little bit of a weird... I'm not sure, does Paradox work there at this point? I'm not sure, actually. Like, this is why I've been asking what happens if the lore disappears. Because, like, she originally brought the fragmented ley lines together to create the Night Kingdom, but does the Night Kingdom go away if she dies? Like, couldn't a different angel take her place? Or, say, Moika, or someone? They haven't really addressed this. It's kind of implied that the answer is no.
Not to mention, all the memories and legends recorded within the old ley lines will disappear along with you. The people of Natlan will face memory loss, mental disorders, and cognitive issues.
I guess that... I was gonna make a joke about, like, I guess Natlan hasn't had depression or anxiety for the past couple centuries, but eh. And also, this means that this plan is now similar to Moika's backup plan of destroying the ley lines or whatever, like making a net of everyone's memories, because that was going to get rid of all those memories and such as well.
Just like the consequences of using the Gnosis,
that
is a price I refuse to accept.
Humanity's survival is worth any price. Once the Abyss runs rampant, all that remains will be a land of corpses and ruin.
I mean, this seems like a fantastic time to call in the forces of other nations, then. Hi, we don't want to sacrifice our Archon or another god. Can we please have some troops to help fight back the Abyss? Sumeru is right next door. They have the internet. They can communicate quickly.
And when the new ley lines are invaded again by the Abyss? What then? How are future generations supposed to survive?
Getting another 5 centuries to figure that out is a reasonable timeline, I'd say. Like, yes, you're stuck in a loop, but it's a loop where, like, literal centuries pass. The technology can advance and some shit can get done in that time.
A land without the Lord of the Night, without the protection of the rules, is doomed from the start.
After how long? Do you think that there would be an immediate resurgence of the Abyss and then overrunning of the country? Because if you think that there's effectively zero delay, like, let's say, 5 years or less, then okay, that makes sense that it's really not worth the price then. If it's another 5 centuries and the one being sacrificed is willing, then that is a consideration then.
You presume too much. If you cannot ensure survival in the present, you have no right to think about the future. What will it take for you to realize that? How many hundreds or thousands will have to die?
Good read on that line, dude.
The situation hasn't gotten that dire yet, has it?
Why are you so pessimistic about the situation? Moika has mentioned past, present, and future existing simultaneously or something, hasn't she? Like, can she kind of see ahead on this?
Why?
There it
Because
is.
I am a survivor of Conria. I've witnessed the devastation and terror of the Abyss with my own eyes.
Conria?
That's right. My family, my comrades, my homeland, were all lost to the Abyss.
Hey, yo, Dane! Want to go over here? We got something interesting? Nah. You gotta go introduce the characters for the next version? What the fuck? See, whatever.
It is an unforgettable pain. One that no amount of time could ever dull. Not even 500 years. You've experienced something similar, Mawika. You should know exactly what I mean.
How fucking tall is this guy? Like, this is a POV shot and he is towering over this Archon.
You're right. The pain, the regret, the catastrophe. They all haunt my dreams to this day.
If I could go back, I would reject all false hope. I would do whatever it took to ensure their survival.
Is this the first time we've actually had 2 people who were alive during the Conria disaster around to talk about it? I suppose we had A and Raiden a little bit, or A and Makoto a little bit, but that was a very specialized circumstance and not really in the moment talking. Other than that, maybe.
You have that chance before you now. Why do you refuse to take it?
Because we don't have the right to make that decision. We love this world because it contains everything we hold dear. Everything that has happened here has moved us, shaped us, and turned us into who we are today. Giving up our memories and history would mean rewriting everything.
Oh yeah, that part.
The people of this world would then become fundamentally different beings, their physical bodies the only connection to their former selves.
Even so, given enough time, a new civilization would inevitably flourish. If you believe in humanity, you should trust in their ability to create a new future.
This is actually a kind of interesting conversation. Like, it's not incredibly deep, it's fairly well trodden ground in terms of human self-determination and such, but, like, this is actually kind of solid.
Or, history could repeat itself. The Abyss could invade once more, and it would all be for nothing.
Can I say something?
No!
I once carried the hopes of many people, and I was also desperate to save our nation. In the captain's plan, I saw a chance to ensure our survival. But as I was on the brink of death, my wish for life and purpose was rekindled. I've been very fortunate to be well cared for by all the people in my life. I refuse to forget that. My feelings were so strong, they overrode my compulsion to sacrifice myself for their safety. No matter what path lies before us, we still have a destination. If we lose our way now, we will lose the meaning of our existence.
That's right. Natlan's heroes gave their lives so we could have this chance against the Abyss. Their sacrifices are our blessings. Not only are their deeds and spirits exceptionally meaningful, they may also well be our path to victory. I don't want to give up just yet.
Yeah, we're just one hero short.
The power from the device will allow me to remain awake for some time. I stand at the ready should you change your mind.
I will just be here, I guess. Bye.
Even if you fail, you need only send someone my way. My offer still stands.
If all goes to shit, I'll kill myself in an instant.
Humanity is truly remarkable. Even the gods in the heavens hold you to be special. Even now, you stand before me, dazzling, like the sun.
You must have a profound connection to this land since you're so determined to save it.
Are you talking to the god who literally created the Night Kingdom?
But what are you really trying to protect? The land or its people?
I think she's talking to the captain.
Pretty sure he wants to hear what you have to say, Traveler.
What about you?
Fine. I suppose we can wait. Now that Auroron has inherited the memories of his forebearer, there's only one hero left.
Malika, can you please fucking just tell us? That is going to make this so much simpler.
Your plan does have the potential to generate the best outcome.
At the risk of creating the worst outcome.
In the meantime, you shall have the aid of all the Fatui under my command.
Thank you. Having such a powerful harbinger on my side is a big advantage.
I did not say anything about me.
I know we may never completely see eye to eye on what it means to protect life, but for now, I'm willing to fight by your side.
All right, we should let everyone else know about the plan. They're probably still at each other's throats outside.
Good idea. We need to explain the situation.
Oh yeah, I probably finished killing off all of those Fatui so far. Whoops. Oh well. I have a few more questions for the Lord of the Night. Is this the end of the story? Like, normally this kind of thing only happens at the end of all of the Ark stuff.
Oh, guess we'll stick around then.
Actually, yeah, she would say that she was going to be around for a while. This might be the end of the story.
I'll update everyone outside. Let's meet back up at the stadium.
Hi. I suppose I can't call you God if you're literally an angel.
You come to me with many questions, and you should be rewarded for your bravery. Ask, and you shall have the knowledge you seek.
Okay. Give me a few minutes here. I completely ignored my stretch break because I wanted to make sure I was going to be awake and all that. I am feeling it in my back at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and stretch for a couple minutes, then come back. These questions tend to last a little while. So, back in, I don't know, between 3 and 5 minutes. Just stick around. Bye. Heated throw was nice and warm when I came back. I probably shouldn't leave it on while I'm not using it. I think that might be another fire hazard, but whatever. Anyway, let's get back in. Welcome back, y'all. Let's get into this. I want to end on these two. So let's start with Elemental Energy, then Loom of Fate.
Phlogiston is Teyvat's primordial form of energy.
Eh?
The heavenly principles used phlogiston as a basis for the creation of elemental energy, to develop a power to better counter the abyss.
I have several follow-up questions on that alone. That kind of feels like they're setting up for whenever we encounter the heavenly principles or go to Celestia or whatever, they can just reuse phlogiston, and then, hey, what do you know, we get to reuse a mechanic from earlier.
Have you heard of the concepts of the light realm and the human realm? That explanation might take too long.
Yeah, see you later on that bit of lore then, gotcha.
Light refracts into 7 different colors, which we collectively refer to as a rainbow. Elemental energy is a similar concept. It's essentially the modern counterpart of phlogiston.
Light does not refract into 7 colors. It refracts into all wavelengths of visible light if we are just talking about visible light. Look, refracted light, the reason it splits into colors is because you're seeing different wavelengths of light split out based on the angle of refraction because of some quantum mechanics level bullshittery that's happening. As a result, there are, in theory, kinda sort of infinite colors that it refracts into. It's not just red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. That's 6. Whatever one I'm missing. So, okay. So, elemental energy is kind of refracted phlogiston into a more usable form. I can follow that.
You come to me with many questions, and I'm not familiar with that concept. The device is capable of weaving and creating ley lines, you say?
Oh yeah, I guess they made mechanical you. They made a god over in Smeru. I suppose making angels isn't that far off.
Even I cannot create something from nothing. I can only reconstruct the ley lines by reassembling the yet intact components into a new structure. If that power were available to the people of Natlan, they might have a new option against the Abyss.
I mean, unless I'm forgetting something, entirely possible. We got to see Conria kid turned man and our brother because the machine was working, and then it all fell apart because the machine was fully working. So it should exist, shouldn't it?
You come to me with many
Okay,
questions.
I guess that's it for that.
And you should... Ah, yes. Yes. The artisan from the Children of Echoes has yet to mention the matter to me. Probably because the young girl from the Masters of the Nightwind is absent.
Is the young girl from Masters of the Nightwind, Elf Girl? Actually, that would be her sister, wouldn't it? Because Elf Girl is the older one?
No matter. I'll reach
Or
out
is it Silali?
and tell them what needs to be done.
Oh. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Young girl?
Yeah, probably Silali.
What? Did I say something wrong? You come to me with many questions.
Okay.
And you should be rewarded for your bravery.
I guess that was supposed to be a joke.
Ask, and you shall have. They do not like being mentioned by name by any living being, be it an ordinary human or one of the 7. They prefer to remain in the shadows as shades.
So this is the power of the heavens is what we asked about.
The one you wish to know about? I call her the ruler of death. She helped Natlan establish the rules. It was also under her guidance that I created the Night Kingdom.
Wait, what? Which one did I want to know about? What is the context we asked about? Also, you're the Lord of the Night, this one's the Ruler of Death. I'm not a super big fan of these names. At least they have personal names, I guess.
It was an expression of love, as well as an act of reparation. She was seen as having significantly overstepped her authorities as a shade, which quite displeased the almighty heavenly principles.
Okay, so that/they have a different name then. And I guess we're just referring to these things as shades then. I would have preferred we kept calling them angels, I'll be honest. Wait, is that the same thing, or can they come from different races? God, I really need to look at the wiki on this or something.
She succumbed to self-pity as a result, and no longer cared if others discussed her identity. Even so, her existence remains unknown to all but a select few.
Yeah, see you in a couple of updates. Self-pity? Why are you reverbed?
Please don't tell anyone I used that word. I'm just trying to speak plainly to conserve energy.
How does that conserve energy?
You come to me with many questions.
No, I don't. Head to Tivat. Let's just try this. I could probably teleport out, but that might be disabled, so let's just do this. Before dawn breaks. So is that actually, like, end of... Hi, you're friends, right? You. And you.
In that case, allow me to formally welcome the Fatui to our cause.
This is a very odd feeling.
We now face a common enemy. It's time to put our differences behind us and look to the future. As for Auroron, his actions may have been out of line, but I don't intend to punish him right now. I'd rather give him a chance to prove himself.
I mean, he's one of the 6 heroes that are required for your plan, so, like, kinda gotta keep him in the plan.
A magnanimous decision.
We're back! Whoa, seeing the two of you chatting like this, Paimon almost feels like she's dreaming.
There's strength in numbers, I guess.
This may be an unexpected outcome, but a favorable one nonetheless. Now that we're all here, I have some questions of my own. Tell me, how did you discover the source mechanism?
I mean, now that we know that he's Conrian, there's a lot of new options for that.
We weren't getting any closer to obtaining the Gnosis, so I had my men scour Natlan for a different option. Auroron helped as well. We tracked down 3 scholars, Aberawa, Bosumtwe, and Kushtal, and combined the results of their research to locate this ancient device.
I can't help but feel that their A, B, and C is gonna end up being some kind of red herring or something. Like, aha, you actually believe that we found these researchers, but they don't actually exist. It is a different plan.
I've never heard those names before.
Especially with that.
Seems like my own investigation failed to locate some critical personnel. I'm just not sure how I missed them.
Strange. Perhaps they simply live in seclusion.
This would be a great time to give where they are, so that you can, like, prove that they exist.
In any case, their results speak for themselves.
That's true. Now we have another option at our disposal. Compared to using the Gnosis, our current plan will buy us some time. And if all else fails, we still have this plan as a last resort, even though executing it will come at a heavy cost.
But that means making everyone forget their past! We should definitely try to avoid it if we can.
I mean, you could actually do something of a mass, like, nationwide, federally mandated campaign here. Everyone start diarying or journaling or whatever. Write down everything important to you, all the people, events, memories, history, everything. Maybe even bring in Sumeru scholars since collecting knowledge is their entire thing. You could make this an entire campaign such that even though the entire nation had a memory reset, and as such effectively a cultural reset, you could then have, hey, this is weird for everyone, this is gonna be an awkward transition time, but over the next 3 years, let's say, let's go ahead, read up on our books, learn who we were, and see what we can come out of, and see what comes out of the ashes.
Actually, speaking of the Gnosis, how did you know what it could do?
Conria.
That story begins with the Cataclysm 500 years ago.
Please tell me more about this.
I failed to save Conria from the rampage of the Abyss.
Not you!
When the situation became unsalvageable, I fled to Natlan with the remainder of my platoon.
Where were you? Like, where was Conria? I kind of get the sense that it was around Liyue, but I'm not entirely sure. Also, less about what you did, more about what the disaster did.
Only to find that Natlan had fallen victim to the same tragedy. I defended this land for quite some time, and, in the process, met the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, Aizu.
And that's how you learned the Nightwind spells?
I'm sure many people viewed Conria as the cause of the tragedy. But Aizu was kind to me all the same, and even helped me in my time of need. From that moment, I made it my mission to aid Natlan. In battle, a warrior fights to win. Even though my homeland was lost, I was already committed to this fight.
How would you become a Harbinger? Like, I actually can buy this as your backstory, and as a result, as your motivation for why you would be an ally here. How does this connect up to you joining Snezhnaya?
Together, Aizu and I fought many battles and overcame countless hardships. However, he was unable to escape his fate, and, in his final moments, told me the secret of the Gnosis.
How did he know them?
So it was him. He recommended using the Gnosis on several occasions, even before the tragedy. But I turned him down each time.
You sure he didn't just want you dead? Like, I get that it's dire circumstances, but also that's literally a cultural reset and loss of your Archon.
You knew him, and you fought for Natlan all those years ago. Why don't I recognize you?
I mean, the armor, the helmet, etc.
It must be the mask.
I'm kind of wondering about that. I guess it's not just stylization for why he's totally in black.
Even without the mask, my past appearance is long gone. Even with the curse of immortality, the flesh still rots.
Does it? I mean, I get that Dane's an exception, but, like, the other main things we know of as Conrians are hilichurls, and, like, they're withered, but I wouldn't say they're rotting.
Wait, do you know someone named Dainsleif? That problem doesn't seem quite so extreme for him.
God damn it, Paimon, bring it up more subtly.
You've met him already?
Once.
Yeah, a bunch of times.
God damn it.
Sounds like you know him too.
During the age of Conria, all I knew was his name. The last time I saw him in person, he was traveling with the prince. He carries a degree of pain and hatred that far surpasses my own.
Yeah, that's how he stayed sane, is basically sheer fucking hatred. Back then, you said you didn't want to fight me. Was it really because of my sibling?
Yes, you're the sister of the prince.
Alright.
Given the role I held in Conria, I would prefer not to harm you.
I forgot that the prince referred to our sibling. They're currently, like, leading the Abyss Order, aren't they? How does that work? God, one of these days I really need to go back and actually, like, do Genshin all Archon quests from the beginning, knowing much more about the story than I did when I first started playing the game.
Although, this is likely a self-imposed burden. If the prince saw me now, I doubt he would even recognize me. As for your question, I don't know how Dane managed to slow the deterioration of his body. My appearance is much changed, and that's not the only thing. Even my physical strength is a shadow of what it once was.
How fucking powerful were you? You can go head to head with an Archon currently. What the fuck was Conria feeding you?
I would have never known. During our battle, it felt like I was fighting against the pinnacle of human strength.
And this guy wasn't even the strongest in Conria. Like, not by quite a bit if he only ever knew Dane by name.
And I still lost. I deserve no praise for that outcome. Still, it's a shame we never faced off 500 years ago. You could have seen what I was truly capable of.
He hasn't given his name, so yeah, she wouldn't know his name from back then or anything.
I agree. Had we fought then, I'd also have been more motivated to go all out.
So, all that commotion back at the stadium, and you're saying neither of you were using your full strength?
I mean, Captain might have been using his full strength, it's just not his pinnacle of strength.
I'd say we're evenly matched. If we face off again, victory will come down to who wants it more.
I mean, you're now depowered, so I kinda doubt that.
I imagine you held back since there were spectators around that could have gotten hurt. But capitalizing on that situation would have only led to a hollow victory. It would have been no different than taking hostages. My goal was the Gnosis, and I failed to obtain it. That means I lost. Plain and simple.
Speaking of the Gnosis, what are you going to tell the Tsaritsa?
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa allows every Harbinger the freedom to pursue the meaning of their existence. When the time comes, that freedom can take precedence over her orders.
How are they going to make Snezhnaya evil in the next region update? Probably not the next region update, probably the next anniversary or something. Like, they are doing a lot to try to humanize the Snezhnayans and make it so that the Fatui are more complicated than just, like, the enemy faction. But they're also going to have to, like, roll that back so that they're the enemy when we get there, unless they really want to make us actually be friends with the Fatui.
That's why our methods can be so radically different, despite sharing the same goal and the same sovereign. I needed the Gnosis because I came here to save Natlan. That was my primary motive. Once Natlan is saved, if the Gnosis still remained in my possession, I could bring it back to Snezhnaya.
My decision regarding the Gnosis will not change. So let's focus on the Abyss for now.
Right! What happens when all 6 heroes are together?
They'll probably unleash some kind of power. The heavens were mentioned earlier. Anything to do with that? I'd go with this one more.
We will unleash a great power that can be used to thwart the Abyss. But only once. It's a power that Xbalanque gained from Renova.
Is that the Pyro Dragon? I said Geo Dragon earlier. I forgot that this wasn't the Geo Nation. This is the Pyro Nation.
Renova is a god whose existence predates any Archon. You can think of her like an emissary of the heavenly principles. She controls the power of death.
Did they mix up the scripting or something? This now makes sense why the Lord of Night would bring up the Lord of Death or whatever that one's title was.
Wait, is that why you have the Ode of Resurrection?
I mean, that tracks, yes.
Yes. Renova also orchestrated Natlan's rules. As for the Divine Throne, like I said before, when a human ascends to the Divine Throne, their inner flame will awaken. The size of the flame depends on the person's potential. The same principle applies to the Ruler of Death's power.
There we go.
With one notable distinction. The amount of power inherited will not change depending on your ability to tolerate it. In other words, it's a kind of power that not everyone can withstand. But if you survive the trial, you will gain unprecedented strength, and the ability to harness powers more formidable than any Archon.
That still sounds really risky.
For most of that, I thought she was talking about using the Ode of Resurrection. I think that this is more talking about this further trial that the Archon is allowed to do once. So this is essentially, oh, it's Final Getsu Gatensho from Bleach. Like, it's the, hey, you go through all of this hardship and you overcome it so that you can get a massive power boost once. Then you're done.
We cannot walk this path without accepting risk. Mualani charged into the Night Kingdom despite the abyssal contamination. Auroron fought back from the brink of death. In the face of their bravery, I must respond in kind. That is my duty.
Spoken like a true leader.
All right, that's enough for one day. You should head back and get some rest. I'm sure you're exhausted. The Abyss will likely sense the change in Auroron. It's possible the frequency of the attacks will increase. There are many challenges to come, so we need to be prepared.
When you put it that way, Paimon feels even more exhausted. All right, let's head back.
This feels like we should be almost done. Kind of want to keep going, see what happens. If they do much more than put us in a fight, I might go ahead and just...
That hurts.
They still have to reveal the 6th warrior. Oh, how long does this go for? You know what? Actually, give me just a moment here to look this up. Because by now this should be on the wiki. Genshin Impact Wiki Archon Quests. Archon Quest. Overview, gallery. Okay, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 5... Oh, okay. Saw a thing that I'm curious about. We will get there eventually. Okay, yeah, so Act 4. Quests. Okay, we might not be as far as I thought. Let me try to look a little more closely. Okay, I happen to find almost exactly where we are in the story at the moment. Okay, yeah, so we are on this bit. I don't want to say any names, just to be sure, just be safe. That is... Okay. And you. Over to there. And you. Let's get through this cutscene, and then I'm probably going to end it there. We are... Whoop. Sorry, I messed up the preview stream a little bit. You. And is that... No, it's not. You. Okay, cool. There we go. And fix that, and back to that. But yeah, we are nowhere even close to finishing up this act, and the end of this act is the end of this current Archon quest. So, yeah, we probably need at least 2 more streams to finish getting through this, I think. So, get through this cutscene, then I'm going to end it for the day. Stay still. Your wounds need time to heal. You need to rest for a few more days.
The monsters keep increasing in number. It's like something changed.
It's definitely unusual, and we should all be careful. But don't worry too much. You have us by your side. If there's one thing the Abyss fears, it's strength. If they think we're easy prey, they've got another thing coming. Oh, someone's calling us.
Coming, coming!
Something wrong, Traveler?
The feeling of dread is getting stronger. Do we really have time to wait for the final hero to appear? I mean, we could just get the ancient name of the final hero. I suppose there's nothing stopping that. Anyway, yeah, like I said, how far away are you? Oh, okay, there's some weird stuff going. Have a short rest. Huh, interesting. Anyway, I suppose that is a good time to end then. So yeah, if this live stream hasn't ruined your life, then go ahead and do that YouTube stuff 1,000,000 times. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day. And hope to see you in the next one, where I should be back tomorrow for another 2-ish hours. I might try to push it for 3 for tomorrow and the next day, just to really try to finish up the Archon quest stuff. We'll see how that goes. As usual, follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky at Peter Moxilin, basically the same on both places, for various updates on my streaming schedule or what I intend to be streaming, or if you just want to hear random-ass ramblings about video games, anime, astronomy, or whatever the hell else. So until next time, thank you all very much for joining me. Hope to see you later. Bye.